Hugging! Hugging! This is gonna be so exciting to see Percy from like the beginning. Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Layla. And today we're going to be watching the new teaser trailer for Percy Jackson and the Olympians. And I am so freaking excited! I'm so excited, and you have no idea how excited I am. Maybe some of you do, actually. Some of you do. We've been waiting for this for such a long time, and we're finally going to get it, and I just can't contain myself. Ever since this third trailer has come out, I have been screaming and squealing excessively, and my dogs are concerned. Like many of you, Percy Jackson has been a part of my life for a very, very long time. Just a little backstory. I'm not from the US originally. I was born in Ethiopia, and when I first came to the States, I did not know how to speak English at all. I knew two words. They were thank you and shut up, and I did not know the definition for either words. I just picked them up from like a movie or something. I don't even know where I got them from. And obviously, learning English is very hard. It's a difficult language. And so, like in the beginning, when I was like learning how to speak English, I hated reading and I hated spelling. Those were just the bane of my existence. Like I hated it. And so I was one of those people that you had to force me to like pick up a book and read it, because I did not enjoy it. It was very challenging. It was hard. And I didn't see the point in it. By the time 5th grade came around, I'd learned English pretty well, I would say. I tested out of ELD. And that year, for some reason, our teacher thought it would be good for me to join Battle of the Books, which is like this reading competition my school used to do. And she literally really did not give me an actual choice in the matter. She was just like, oh, you're going to join it. And so I joined it. And one of the first books they assigned us to read was Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. And I literally fell in love from the first page. The humor was up my alley. The magical aspects of it was up my alley. The mythology was like everything was just perfect. Mwah, chef's kiss. I loved it. I loved the series so much that I finished the series. And then I moved on to the Kane Chronicles, and then after that I went on to Heroes of Olympus, and then after that I went on to Magnus Chase. I did not finish Magnus Chase. I'm sorry. I read the first book for the Apollo series. I did not finish that one either. I'm sorry. I haven't started Nico's series. I know Nico has a series. I fell off a lot bit actually. Ever since the original series. And so my goal has been to kind of like go back into that. Also, I've been on a bit of a reading slump for quite a while now. So, yeah. I don't know. Maybe this will like revive me. I think maybe this might make me come back alive, you know? Who knows? Oh my god. Okay. I need to stop. I'm so cringy. But yeah, basically, Percy Jackson was the first series I ever read, that I ever fell in love with, that kind of skyrocketed my love for reading and fiction and fantasy and all that kind of stuff. So I'm so excited for the series to come out. Like a lot of you, I was very disappointed by the original movies. I think they adapted Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief and also Sea of Monsters, and I was just very upset at the movies. To be completely honest with you guys, I was not mad at the casting for Percy and Annabeth. They were exactly like how I envisioned older Annabeth and Percy to look. And so like if they'd adapted the Heroes of Olympus series first, then aging them up would have made sense. But I don't know. I could not fathom it for like the initial 5 series. The initial 5 books, it just didn't make sense to me. Now that it's, you know, some time has gone by, I can actually just appreciate the first 2 movies for themselves, separate from the book. I think separately it's fine. It's watchable. As a representation of the actual series, it's not. Does that make sense? I don't know. I really wanted Logan to be Percy so bad. I don't know. Maybe we'll see him in the future in this series. I don't know. Again, I have seen it already. I'm just gonna rewatch it again, and I'm gonna attempt to do a breakdown. So, let's get started.
My name is Percy.
Such a beautiful song choice. I love this cover of Riptide. And super fitting. Mwah, mwah. Love it. And it looks like we're opening at the like school field trip. So they're at the Met. So fun. This is where everything starts, you know.
Am I a troubled kid? Yeah, you could say that. Bad grades.
So they announced Walker as Percy like a few months after the Adam Project came out, and I loved the Adam Project. It was so good. And when they like announced him as being Percy, I was just like, this makes sense. This makes sense. He has that like witty, humorous response or delivery, I should say. And I was just like, it makes sense. Am I upset they didn't dye his hair black? No. It's the black hair is very iconic. The black hair and the green eyes is a very iconic Percy look. But you know what? For this series, I'm not going to be worried too much about looks, so long as they capture the essence of the character. You know what I mean? And so I need Percy to be very humorous, very witty, very sarcastic, and also very caring and very loyal. So if he's able to embody those characteristics from Percy, then that's literally all that matters. His looks, his hair color, it's okay. It's just hair. It's just hair, people. Okay? And so I'm not upset at these changes because I trust Rick. You know, he's involved in the series. He was a part of the screenplay and all that kind of stuff, and the direction of like the series is, he's just been a part of everything, unlike the original like movies. So I'm not concerned that they've changed some things around. Is basically what I'm trying to say. I don't know, but yeah. So this looks like, so we are opening with the school field trip,
and there's some stuff that's maybe not so normal.
So it looks like, I don't know if that was at the school or at the Met during their lunch. I don't know what that scene was, but it looks like it was Nancy that kind of hit Grover in the head with her backpack. Miss very sassy pants. Mrs. Dodds. I actually really loved, sorry, I'm going to be pausing a lot. If that annoys you, I apologize, and maybe you shouldn't be watching this. But anyways, I did really like the Mrs. Dodds in the movies. I just feel like that lady was just very frigid and stern looking enough to kind of capture what Mrs. Dodds looked like to me in my head when I was reading the series in the beginning. So I'm kind of curious to see how she does. I don't know this actress's name, I apologize, but I wonder how she's gonna play the part. I mean, visually it looks pretty good.
Something that no one else can
and I do
see.
like the casting for Sally. Sally looks,
The stories
they look alike
that I
actually.
have told you about Greek gods.
Rest in
and
peace.
half-bloods.
Captain Flag. Oh! The gentleman that plays Zeus, I know he recently passed away, so this is going to be very heartbreaking to watch him act. I don't know his name. I probably should have like looked up some names before I started filming, but I'm a lazy person. What can I say? But yeah, just rest in peace, man. Like, he seemed like he has a really godly like atmosphere about him just when you look at him on screen, and so it kind of makes sense why they casted him for Zeus. He just has a really powerful aura. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what he does with the role. And it looks like they are playing Capture the Flag here. So they have the blue mohawk thingies. I don't know what they're called. So this tells me this is Annabeth's team. Annabeth and Percy's.
Mrs. Jackson? Things have changed. This is all developing a lot faster than we anticipated.
Rover, why is there half a goat in your
Oh,
pants?
he's so cute!
So the important thing is not to panic.
Doesn't he call him a donkey in the book?
Percy Jackson.
Oh my god, I'm just... You know those, like 10-hour long videos on YouTube where it's just, like, ambiance? So they have, like, fall ambiance or, like, you know, jazz steady music at this coffee shop. You know those kinds of vibes that they have some for, like, Lord of the Rings? So they'll play, like, instrumentals in the background, and they'll have like images from like the series and all that kind of stuff, and it's just so comforting and cozy and warm. I can't wait till people start doing that for Camp Half-Blood. Like, you just can't wait. Oh my god.
We've been expecting
Ow! Clarice. Oh, look at her. Oh, that's so, like, when they're by the water and like Clarice and the other Aries, I'm assuming, kids are like attacking Walker there, or Percy. I think that's when he's like when he gets claimed by Sir Poseidon.
the
So.
master.
Ah! Kyron, look at him! Look how handsome he looks.
Has been
The
stolen.
underworld?
That is your quest.
Is that the casino?
I taught you.
Stop! I missed a lot there. Ah! They're hugging. Hugging. This is gonna be so exciting to see Percabeth from like the beginning. Okay, so she's hugging him, and that doesn't happen like in the beginning of the book or in the middle, right? So I'm assuming that's towards the end once they've completed the quest. Let's go back a little bit. So it looks like maybe this is the casino. So the lotus flower, the lotus, is that what it was called? I don't remember the name of the casino, but that's the casino, I'm assuming. Aries. So that's probably when he tells them to go get him his shield. So we're getting oh my god, am I screaming? I think I'm screaming. So we're definitely getting the Tunnel of Love scene.
You're gonna need to be brave now.
Ooh, whoa. He has Riptide? They gave him Riptide already? From my memory of the book, it's been a while since I reread it, but he doesn't have Riptide until he's about to go on his quest. So it's interesting that he has it when he's fighting the... My two brain cells were really, really working hard at this moment to try and remember the name. Minotaur! Oh my god! How can I forget it? In the series, he doesn't get Riptide until he's about to go on his quest. So it's interesting that he has it when he's fighting the Minotaur. So this is like before he's entered Camp Half-Blood, obviously. So interesting. I wonder why they decided that. In this series, if I remember correctly, Sally like teaches him a sidestep maneuver. I think she does. Yeah, and then like he ends up like running from the Minotaur, and then he like sidesteps, and then like the Minotaur ends up like crashing into a tree. I think it's been a while since I've reread it, so sorry if I'm mistelling what happened in the book. But yeah, he doesn't kill it with Riptide. He kills it with a tree in his hand. No, wait. So then, so he does the sidestep maneuver, and then the Minotaur ends up crashing into a tree. And then I think he uses the horn that breaks off when he, like, crashes into the tree to stab him with. Right? Oh my god, I look like a fool right now, don't I? I maybe do. I'm gonna reread the series, so, sorry if I, like, mistold what happened. Yeah. But yeah, anyways, long story short, I don't know why I'm rambling about this, but it's interesting he has, the sword with him. I wonder if Chiron ends up giving him the sword when they're at the Met when he's fighting Mrs. Dodds, and then he just ends up keeping it from there. Because obviously he does have it in the beginning of the book when he's fighting Mrs. Dodds, but then he ends up, I think Kyron ends up taking the knife, or not the knife, Kyron ends up taking the sword. So he doesn't have it when he returns home from the academy, and he doesn't have it until he leaves for his quest once he's at Camp Upland, if I remember correctly. I'm probably not remembering that correctly. I don't know. Oh my god, I'm second guessing myself. Great song. Cancel. Oh my god. That was so good. Yesterday, like, I was so excited, I ended up crying. I legit cried because I was so excited. And I literally thought I was gonna cry again watching this again. It just means so much to me. Like, I don't know, like, this year has been really shitty, so I'm happy it's gonna end on a happy note like this, because the show comes out in December. So yeah, I don't know if they're gonna release all episodes at once or if they're gonna do weekly releases. I don't know, but all I'm gonna tell you is that this show is gonna be my personality 24/7. It's gonna be my comfort show. I'm gonna watch it over and 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 over again. Because again, it's gonna be my comfort show. I've said this multiple times in videos. I'm in a reading slump. Reading really hasn't brought enjoyment into my life like it used to when I was younger. And so I'm just excited for this, like, touch of nostalgia, and I do plan on rereading the whole entire series again before actually, I think if I don't end up reading the whole entire series, I for sure am gonna read The Lightning Thief just to refresh myself on the first events. I don't know if that made sense, but just refresh myself for the first series, for the first season. And I'm just hoping this is gonna kind of pull me out of my reading slump. It probably won't, to be completely honest with you. But maybe it will. All I'm gonna say is that these clips have brought so much joy into my life. They have made me really happy the past couple of days, and I am just really, 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 really excited for the series to come out. Yeah. I haven't really figured out how to do reaction videos for, like, streaming sites like Netflix, Disney Plus, and Prime. They don't operate the same way as YouTube does. So, like, for YouTube, I film basically using my phone, but I do my reaction, like, I film whatever I'm, like, watching or reacting to on my iPad, and I'm able to just do my screen recording feature on my iPad, and it works fantastic. It keeps the audio, it keeps the pictures and all that kind of stuff. But when I try to do that for Netflix or Disney Plus or even Prime, it's just like the screen is completely blank and it doesn't record anything. And obviously, like, you know, that's a security feature that they have placed so that people don't steal their content steal the content and, like, post it illegally and all that kind of stuff. So I understand why it's there. It's very frustrating. So I need to figure out a way I'm able to, like, record what I'm watching. Otherwise, it's just gonna be, like, my face and, like, me going crazy at stuff that's happening on screen that you guys can't see. Yeah. Oh my god, okay. I'm gonna end this here because I just keep rambling, and long story short, I'm really excited. I'm so happy Disney Plus is adapting the series, and thank you, Rick Riordan, for even creating this, bringing it into existence, because it is amazing. I love the series. It's full of joy. Obviously, not always, you know, the events that happen in the series is not always happy, but I don't know, I just view them as a joyous experience to even, like, read them, just because I just love the series so much, and it brings me happiness just even talking about it or even thinking about it. So anyways, if you watched this, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and yeah, tune in if I end up doing the reaction videos. Hi. Ignore the eyeliner, please. I accidentally smudged it. You know that that meme where you're just like doing this and then you're like, yeah, that I just did that. Sad. I'm gonna take off my makeup in a little bit anyways, but I just quickly wanted to come on here before I forget. I know I forgot to mention a lot of stuff from the video or from the teaser, specifically Medusa and her, is it Auntie M's Gnome Emporium? Is that what it's called? Her little statues and stuff? I know I didn't cover that, but honestly, like, I'm gonna be talking about the series more in depth when the episode or when the show comes out. So like I'll be watching, I'll be reacting to the episodes, and then I'll be able to talk more in depth as things are happening. With the trailer, it was kind of tricky because it was just going by so fast, and so I obviously would have benefited from, like, you know, slowing it down and actually like watching it frame by frame. But honestly, you guys, this is just a fun reaction. I'm not like literally a breakdown person, so I'm sure there's going to be a lot of great channels that are going to be breaking it down much more deeper than I did. I wouldn't even call what I did breaking down. It was just more casually talking about it, you know. So yeah, I just wanted to say that.